Hello friends, my name is Mayank and I welcome all of you in my world of economics. I hope you guys are doing well. Guys, uh, first of all, I would like to introduce myself before going into today's topic. But let me tell you what we are going to study in this particular session. So today I have brought a very new chapter of macroeconomics for you guys. And the name of that particular chapter is money. Okay, so in this particular session we will be discussing about the concept of money and the components of the money supply. So this is basically the topic which we are going to discuss in this particular topic. Now let's see. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. Okay, so my name is Mayank. I am a company secretary by profession and teacher by passion as well as occupation. I opted teaching as my full-time career and dedicated my whole life for you guys. So teaching is my passion. That's why I am here to teach you. Now I have some achievements in my life. I have cleared my CS Foundation and CS Executive in my first attempt. I have completed MCOM in Business Policy and Corporate Governance, that is BP and CG from IGNU. Then I am having a teaching experience of more than 8 years because I started my teaching immediately after clearing class 12th examination. So since then I am teaching. I am currently working as a faculty of economics, business studies and law subjects. So guys, this is all about me. Now, if you talk about the profile, this is my profile where you can go and watch all the courses which I have already completed, which is undergoing and which will be launching soon. So guys, this is the profile of mine. You can go to this particular profile and watch all the lectures which I have already completed. Okay, so in this particular tab, that is courses tab. Okay, this particular courses tab, you will get three tabs. First is your plus, free and special. Okay, so plus category is only for the viewers who is paid subscriber of the Unacademy platform. Special classes is free of cost, which can be watched by any person on Unacademy platform. And the third, that is free courses, is only of audio clip. Okay, so you can go and watch my special classes so that you can get the demo of my teaching technique. Okay, and you can figure out whether to take the subscription or not. Well, this is the details of the batch course which is going on Unacademy platform. We have launched the batch courses as on 11th of May 2020, which may probably end on 19th of December 2020. So the duration of the whole course will be approximately of 8 months. And in this particular 8 months, we will be covering each and every topic of every subject in detail. I am your educator for the subject economics, and this is the timetable for this is the timetable for economics. Okay, so from Monday to Friday, I conduct the classes at sharp of 5:30 p.m. For this particular month, I am taking from Monday to Sunday, the whole 7 days. Okay, so only for this particular month. From next month it will be same. It will be a bit different timing, because the timing will be changed from the month of July. Okay, but now, those who have not yet subscribed for the plus batch courses, or those who have not yet subscribed for the Unacademy platform, on the Unacademy platform, I request all of you to take the subscription amount. Now, the subscription amount is very, very, very less if you compare it with the offline classes, because for the duration of 12 months, we are charging only 12,500 rupees. And if you want 10% additional discount, then please use my referral code MayankCS10. Whenever you will use my referral code MayankCS10 for the first time subscription, you will get a 10% discount. It means for the 12-month subscription, you can avail this particular subscription only for rupees 1042 per month, and that is very, very, very less for all the subjects. The main thing is that you can access all the lectures of all the faculties of 12th category with this particular amount. And we are taking live classes. Okay, so guys, this is all about the subscription detail. I request all of you to please use my referral code MayankCS10. This will be my referral code. Now guys, let's start our today's session, and the today's topic is money. Now, as you all are aware about the term money, I am going to tell you the meaning of the money, the definition of the money, what are the components of the money supply in the economy. But if I talk about the money in layman's language, money means what? Anything which you pay for the purchasing of goods and services, that is known as what? Money. Now, if you see, this is the money which is legally accepted. Now, catch my each and every term, guys. These are the currency, or these are the forms of money which is easily acceptable, which is legally acceptable in the country. Okay, so guys, these are the coins as well as the currency notes which you can pay and purchase the goods and services. So this is a kind of money. Now let's talk about the meaning of money. So if I talk about the meaning of money, then it refers to anything which acts as a medium of exchange. It means anything which you pay and for which you can purchase the goods and services is a money. It means anything which acts as a medium of exchange, आदान प्रदान का जो एक माध्यम बनता है, परचेज ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज के लिए जो एक माध्यम बनता है, जो एक मीडियम बनता है, दैट इज नोन एज व्हाट बेटा? मनी. Okay, in very layman's language. Now I have brought some of the definition of money which is given by different authors or economists. Okay, so let's see what are the definitions given by the different economics. So there are three different definition. One is given by Robertson, other is given by Seligman, and third is given by Walker. This is not in your syllabus, but I have brought the definitions of money only for the sake of additional knowledge for you guys, so that you can better understand the concept of money. Okay, so if I talk about the definition of money which is given by Robertson, he said anything, he said what beta? Anything which is widely accepted for the payment of goods. It means anything which is widely accepted in payment for the goods. It means the thing through which you can purchase the goods and services will be considered as money. This is the first part of his definition. If I talk about the second part, then second part thing, anything which helps in discharging the other kinds of business obligation. Now this particular part, it talks about what? This particular talks about your debt obligation. It means, for example, if I purchased some of the goods in credit. Okay, I went to a shopkeeper, I purchased goods worth rupees 1 lakh. I was not having money at that particular time, so what I said, okay, I will pay it in the future. It means now with the help of money I am discharging some kind of business obligation. That is also money. Now, this particular definition helps us to understand how the function of money, or how the money removes the difficulty of barter exchange. Okay, in barter exchange, we have difficulty in future transaction. Okay, we find it difficulty in doing the future transaction, that is credit transaction. I hope you all are aware about this barter exchange. Okay, barter exchange means goods for goods, exchange of goods for goods. There was no involvement of the money. एक goods के बदले दूसरा goods दिया जाता है, उसको हम लोग barter exchange system कहते हैं. So with the evolution of money, this particular limitation of barter exchange is removed. Now, if I talk about the Seligman's definition, now let's come to the second definition, that is Seligman's definition. Okay, so according to Seligman, money is one that possesses general acceptability. Now, what does this mean, guys? Listen to me very carefully. Money is one that possesses general acceptability. Now, I am giving you one example. If you have, wait, if you have rupees 200 notes, okay, if you have rupees 200 notes in your pocket and you want to purchase a wallet for you, okay, you went to a shop and you purchased a wallet and gave him rupees 200 notes. Please tell me, can he refuse to take this rupees 200 notes? He will say that I will not accept this particular rupees 200 notes. No, he cannot do so, because this particular rupees 200 notes has general acceptability, because it is declared by the government of India as a legal tender. It means this particular currency can be accepted as a medium of exchange in the whole country. No one can refuse. Now if you remember one incident, I don't know in which part of the country you are living, but that was a common problem, due to which RBI has issued one guideline also, one advisory also. Many people were not accepting rupees 10 no, coins. Okay, many people of the country were not ready to accept the 10 rupee coin. So the government, so the RBI issued that it is a very I mean it is a crime for not accepting rupees 10 coin. Okay, why it? Because they want to suggest you, they want to tell you that it is having a general acceptability, that everyone can accept it, everyone has to accept that particular form of money. So according to Seligman, money is one that possesses general acceptability, that is anything which can be generally accepted for the payment of the goods and services, that is known as what? Money. Now the very 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 simple definition and the very short definition is given by Walker. Now Walker defined money in a very beautiful manner. Money is what money does. मनी वही है जो मनी करता है, इसका मतलब क्या? इससे क्या समझ में आता है हम लोग को? So guys, money is what money does means what money does is talking about the functions of money. So there are many functions which are performed by the money. So the functions which are performed by the money is indicated by this particular sentence, what money does. Now by this particular definition, he wants to say that anything which performs the function of the money will be considered as money. Let's take an example. For example, check. If you have rupees 2000 note on your one hand, and if you have a check of rupees 2000, on one hand you are having rupees 2000 note, and on other hand you are having check of rupees 2000. They both have equal value. Why they both have equal value? Because if you are purchasing some goods worth rupees 2000, then the shopkeeper will accept. Okay, then the shopkeeper will accept the check worth rupees 2000, and they will give you the goods and services. Now in this particular example, money check is a form, check is performing the function of money, that is for exchange of goods and services, therefore it will be considered as money according to Walker. So money is what money does. This is my interpretation of his definition. Let's talk about money supply. Okay, if I talk about this particular term, money supply, now let us understand what is money supply. If you are ready with the pen and paper, then I request all of you to please write one sentence. Money supply refers to money supply refers to the total money which is supplied in an economy at a particular point of time is known as money supply. What does this mean? इस एक पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे जितना भी अमाउंट ऑफ मनी सप्लाई हुआ है, वो क्या कहलाएगा? मनी सप्लाई. फॉर एग्जांपल, इन इंडिया एज ऑन 23rd of June 2020, सपोज देयर इज अ करेंसी ऑफ रुपीज 20 lakh crores. Imaginary example है. Suppose there is a currency of 20 lakh crores at a particular point of time, that is as on 23rd of June 2020. It means that is a 20 lakh crore is a money supply. Is it clear, all of you? So money supply is a stock concept, as I have already told you in the national income chapter in the plus batch courses, and we have already completed it in detail. So money supply is a stock concept in which all the currencies which are prevailing in the economy at a particular point of time will be considered as your money supply. Now, if I talk about the components of money supply, then we are talking about what are the things which are included in the money supply. Okay, so guys, if I have prepared one chart, because chart is the best way to revise everything. Chart is the best way to explain everything. Okay, you can just visualize it, remember it, and then write it in the examination. So guys, if I talk about the components of the money supply, then Then components of money supply is divided into two parts. One is currency issued and other is demand deposits created by the commercial bank. One is what beta currency issued and other is demand deposits created by the commercial. Now, currency issued. Now, there are basically two organizations or two departments or two bodies which has the authority to issue the currency. One you must be aware of, and that is Reserve Bank of India. You all are aware. You must be aware of the fact that in India, currency is issued by Reserve Bank of India. But for your information, let me tell you that currency is not only issued by Reserve Bank of India, but it is also issued by Finance Department. Now, the Finance Department has the authority to issue the notes of rupee one, that is one rupee notes, as well as coins. It means all one rupee notes and the coins will be issued by whom beta will be issued by your Finance Department of Government of India. Other than this, other than one rupee notes and coin, all other currency is issued by whom beta? It is issued by Central Bank of India. That is Central Bank of India means sorry, not Central Bank of India, but yeah, Central Bank means Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so Reserve Bank of India will be considered as the Central Bank of India. Now, if I talk about the other currency, then it includes the notes in the denomination of rupees 100, 200, 500, 2000, 20, 10, 5. All these currencies are known as are issued by the central bank. So, components of money supply includes currency issue. Is it clear, all of you? So now, if I talk about the second component, that is demand deposits created by the commercial bank. This particular question has been asked in the previous year's board examination question, not previous year, this year's only. This year's examination, it is asked for 1 mark that what are the components of money supply. So the answer is what beta? Currency issued by central bank and finance department and demand deposits created by commercial bank. Now, if I talk about the demand deposits created by commercial bank, then what does that mean? This the term commercial bank we will be discussing in the next chapter, that is banking. But for now, any bank through which you deal, for example, if you want to open your account, if you want to deal with the if you want to deal with the banking transaction, then you will not open the account in RBI. आप ये नहीं बोलोगे कि चलो मैं आज रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया में अकाउंट खुलवाने चलता हूँ. You will deal with SBI, Axis Bank, HDFC, ICICI. So all these banks are known as commercial bank, which performs the function of accepting deposits and advancing of loans. Now, these two functions, that is acceptance of deposits and advancing of loan, will be used in this particular concept. So, for example, if I went to State Bank of India for depositing rupees 1 lakh, I deposited rupees 1 lakh in State Bank of India. Now the amount which I deposited, the amount which I deposited in the State Bank of India will be known as what beta? Primary deposit. It will be known as what? Primary deposit. Now the commercial bank which receives the primary deposits create a pool of deposits, create a pool of deposits. For example, just like me, many other people will deposit the amount in State Bank of India and all other banks. So it becomes a pool of the primary deposits, which is known as secondary deposit. Now, this secondary deposits will be used by the commercial banks to grant loan, because उनका खुद का पैसा होता नहीं है, तो वो आपके ही पैसे को क्या करते हैं? इंटरेस्ट पे घुमाते हैं. आपको वो लोग देंगे 6% का इंटरेस्ट रेट ऑन द डिपॉजिट, बट वो लोग ग्रांट करेंगे लोन एट अ हायर इंटरेस्ट, जैसे 10%. तो ये जो बीच का 4% का जो अमाउंट है, या जो 4% का जो मार्जिन है, दैट इज देयर प्रॉफिट. Is it clear, all of you? So I hope you all have understood this particular term very well. Yes. चलिए बेटा आगे बढ़ते हैं. Aggregates of money. Now, if I talk about aggregates of money, then in money supply, there are many measurements. Now, till 1967 or 1968, RBI used very narrow concept of measuring the money supply. Okay, the units, for example, एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ कि आप मान के चलिए कि आपके 1000 के नोट्स, सॉरी 2000 के नोट्स, 500 के नोट्स, 20 के नोट्स, जितने भी करेंसी नोट्स हैं, वो एक तरीके का मेजरमेंट ऑफ मनी सप्लाई, और आपके जितने भी कॉइन्स है वो एक तरीके का मेजरमेंट ऑफ मनी सप्लाई। एक जस्ट लेमेंस लैंग्वेज में समझा, आपके मनी सप्लाई में क्या क्या आएगा, तो आप बोलोगे सर ये करेंसी भी आएगा, ये कॉइन भी आएगा, ये एक मेजरमेंट ऑफ मनी सप्लाई, दैट इज अ काइंड ऑफ एग्रीगेट ऑफ मनी। Okay, now if I talk about aggregates of money, then it is basically divided into four parts. If I talk about aggregates of money or money supply, then it is basically divided into four parts. First is your beta M1, second is M2, third is M3, and fourth is M4. So these are the four aggregates of money which we will be discussing, and you will be surprised to know that in the money chapter there are only two topics. One is barter exchange and limitations of barter exchange, and second is money and money supply. Okay, so this is very important, and question comes from this particular section. Let's see what M1 says. Now M1, in M1, M1 is what beta? M1 is a measurement of money supply. So in M1, what are the things which will be included while considering money? So in M1 we have currency with the public, मतलब लोगों के पास जो भी पैसा पड़ा हुआ है, जो भी उनके हाथ में है, जो भी करेंसी उनके पास अवेलेबल है, that is included in M1, plus the demand deposits with the commercial bank। ये एक एक आइटम को पूरे डिटेल में मैं आपको बताऊंगा। पहला करेंसी विच इज हेल्ड बाय द पब्लिक, दूसरा द अमाउंट विच इज डिपॉजिटेड इन द कमर्शियल बैंक, दैट इज नोन एज डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स, एंड थर्ड इज अदर डिपॉजिट्स ऑफ आरबीआई। नाउ लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड what all these three terms talks about. Other sorry, this chart will be studied afterwards. If I talk about M1, then M1 is very is the first is it is the first and basic measure of money supply. If I talk about M1, then it is the first and very basic as well as very narrow form of money supply, because in this we include only the currency which is held by the public, the demand deposits which is kept in the banks, commercial banks, and third other deposits of the RBI. So it is also known as transaction money because it can be directly used for the transaction. For example, if you have rupees 500, 2000 or 100 rupee notes, you can easily go to a shop and purchase the goods and services. Do not need any kind of money. That is what transaction money, that is also known as what beta? Transaction money. Now since you can easily purchase the goods and services with the help of currency, demand deposits and other deposits, it is a most liquid measure of money supply. It is most liquid measure of money supply. Now if I talk about liquid, तो इट मीन्स अगर मान लीजिए कि आपके हाथ में एक 2000 एक 20,000 रुपए का फोन है और दूसरे हाथ में आपके पास 20,000 रुपए का नोट है, ठीक है, 20,000 रुपए की करेंसी है, आप इजीली किससे परचेज एंड सेल कर सकते हो? ऑब्वियसली विद योर करेंसी वर्थ रुपीज 20,000, बिकॉज आपको मोबाइल के साथ अगर परचेज एंड सेल करना है तो फर्स्ट यू नीड टू डू व्हाट, फर्स्ट यू नीड टू sell that particular mobile worth rupees 20,000, you will get the currency, and then after you can thereafter you can purchase the goods and services. But if you have currency, it is very easy to conduct the sale and purchase transaction. So that is why it is known as the most liquid measurement of money supply. Is it clear all of you? Next, if I talk about the components of M1, okay, now अब M1 किन किन चीजों से मिलके बना है वो हम लोग को समझना है बेसिकली. Okay, so what are the components of M1? So let's see. The first component of M1 is what beta? Currency and coins with the public. Second is demand deposits of commercial bank, and third is other deposits with the RBI. Let's understand. First, currency and coins with the public. Now it consists of paper notes and currency held by the public. Currency notes, paper notes, currency and coins held by the public. Please add one term here, coins also. ठीक है, तो जो भी उनके पास करेंसी है, ठीक है, जो भी पब्लिक के पास करेंसी है, दैट इज मेजरमेंट ऑफ व्हाट बेटा? दैट इज अ मेजरमेंट ऑफ M1. Second, currency money is also known as fiat money. Now let us understand fiat money. This is one of the favorite question of CBSE. They ask in one mark question, that is what is fiat money. अब मेरी बात को बहुत ध्यान से, I hope you remember that particular night 8th November 2016, when Modi ji came at sharp 8 p.m. and he said, भाइयों और बहनों, आज रात 12 बजे से 500 और 1000 के नोट लीगल टेंडर नहीं रहेंगे। ये शब्द थे उनके जब उन्होंने नोटबंदी का ऐलान किया। So when he declared the demonetization, the term which he used was the legal tender, that rupees 5, that the notes in the denomination of rupee 500 and 1000 will not be legal tender, will not be legal tender। इसका मतलब क्या है कि अब 500 और 1000 के नोट लीगल तौर पे एक्सेप्ट नहीं किए जा सकते। यू कैन नॉट मेक द ट्रांजेक्शन्स विद द हेल्प ऑफ रुपी 500 एंड 1000। दैट लीगल का मतलब क्या हुआ, ये कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये लीगल है, ये इलीगल है? तो लीगल मीन्स व्हाट? लीगल मीन्स जिस भी करेंसी को गवर्नमेंट के ऑर्डर से ये पास हुआ है, गवर्नमेंट ने कहा है कि दिस पर्टिकुलर करेंसी विल बी एक्सेप्टेड एज अ मनी, that is considered as legally accepted money, that is also known as legal tender। So fiat money refers to the money which is issued under the order of the government, which is legally accepted as the money for doing the transaction. That is why the RBI has to declare that 10 rupee coins will be accepted as money because it is a legal tender. And those who will refuse to accept will be in the jail. Okay, they may go to the jail. So my I just want to say that fiat money refers to the money which is issued under the order of the government, which is legally accepted as a money, and that is why it is also known as what, beta? Legal tender money. It is also known as what? Legal tender money. So don't get confused if you are asked for the fiat money or legal tender money. It is one and the same thing. Now, if I talk about the demand deposit, let us first let's understand what is the meaning of demand deposits. तो बेटा डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स का मतलब क्या होता है? द डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स ऑफ कमर्शियल बैंक refers to the deposits which is kept by the public with the commercial bank। इसका मतलब, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज डिमांड डिपॉजिट। डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स का मतलब जो डिपॉजिट हमने कमर्शियल बैंक में किया है, जिसको हम जब चाहे क्या कर सकते हैं, निकाल सकते हैं, दैट इज नोन एज डिमांड डिपॉजिट। दैट इज द डिपॉजिट्स which is repayable on demand। For example, if I have deposited rupee 1 lakh in a State Bank of India and I can withdraw it anytime, then that will be considered as demand deposits। So it refers to those deposits which is kept by the public with the commercial bank। So it refers to the deposits which is kept by the public with the commercial banks। Now it can be encashed any time by issuing the checks। आप checks issue करो और easily आप क्या कर सकते हो, अपना पैसा withdraw कर सकते हो। However, it excludes the interbank deposits held by the banks on behalf of other banks। अब ये जो टर्म है ये हम लोग बैंकिंग चैप्टर में डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे, लेकिन अगर अभी एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल दूं तो मान लीजिए बैंक ऑफ इंडिया का कुछ डिपॉजिट्स रखा हुआ है कहाँ पे, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया में, या बैंक ऑफ इंडिया का कुछ पैसा रखा हुआ है एचडीएफसी बैंक में। तो ये जो है ये इंटर बैंक डिपॉजिट्स होता है। ये क्यों क्रिएट होता है, इसका पर्पस क्या होता है, सब कुछ बैंकिंग चैप्टर में मैं डिटेल में आपको बताऊंगा। बट फॉर नाउ it excludes, that is demand deposits of the commercial bank excludes the interbank deposits which is held by the banks on behalf of the other banks। Is it clear all of you? Now, if I talk about the other deposits with the RBI, then other deposits with the RBI includes the deposits with RBI on behalf of foreign banks, government, government banks, World Bank, IMF, etc। ये government bank plus government एक मिनट, yes, it includes the deposits with the RBI on behalf of the foreign bank, government bank, World Bank, IMF। Now, what happens? Listen to me very carefully। जो फॉरेन बैंक्स होते हैं वो भी अपना जो डिपॉजिट्स है वो आरबीआई के पास रखते हैं। वर्ल्ड बैंक अगर कोई अमाउंट ग्रांट करती है किसको, गवर्नमेंट को, तो वो भी किस में रखा जाता है बेटा, आरबीआई के पास रखा जाता है। आईएमएफ से भी कुछ पैसा मिलता है, वो भी कहाँ रखा जाता है, आरबीआई के पास रखा जाता है। Now, other deposits with RBI includes the deposits which are there with the RBI on behalf of foreign bank, government bank, World Bank, or IMF, etc। However, it does not include the deposits which are kept by Indian government and the commercial banks with the RBI. Now, commercial bank has to keep a certain amount of deposits with the RBI. Okay, with the RBI, that is known as statutory liquidity ratio, but that will be discussed in the next. Sorry, CRR, cash reserve ratio, not SLR, cash reserve ratio, that the commercial bank has to keep a certain amount of total deposits with the RBI, and that is known as what? CRR, that is cash reserve ratio. Okay, so this will be considered as what, beta? This will be considered, this will be excluded from the other deposits with the RBI. Okay, next. Now, if you are very thorough with this particular M1, then it will be very easy to understand M2. Now, if I go to the chart, this is M1. M1 is completed. I hope you all have understood the term M1. Now, if I talk about M2, then M2 will include M1. M1 means all these three components. It means M2 will include currency held with the public plus demand deposits with the commercial bank plus other deposits of RBI as well as saving deposits with the post office bank. Now, I don't know whether you are aware about it or not, but you can also open your account in the post office and you can also deposit your savings in the post office, which is known as post office saving bank. So in M1, all these three components will be, sorry, in M2, all these three components of M1 will be included, but along with it, saving deposits with post office savings bank will also be included. Okay, now let us understand what is M. So, M2 is a wider measure than M1. Okay, M2 is a wider measure than M1. Why it is wider measure than M1? Because M1 is confined only to three things, but M2 also includes savings kept with the post office saving bank. Now it includes the saving deposits with the post office savings bank which is not withdrawable by check. ये एक फीचर है कि पोस्ट ऑफिस से आप चेक से पैसा नहीं निकाल सकते, ठीक है. इट कैन बी विड्रॉन विद हेल्प ऑफ पासबुक, आप उससे विड्रॉ कर सकते हो. तो ये जो बेसिकली है M2, इट इज वाइडर देन M1 एंड इट आल्सो इंक्लूड्स व्हाट सेविंग डिपॉजिट्स विद द पोस्ट ऑफिस सेविंग banks. Now if I talk about M2, so M2 का इक्वेशन क्या बनेगा बेटा? M2 is equals to M1 plus saving deposits with the post office savings bank. I hope this is clear to everyone. ठीक, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next, if I talk about M3, then M3 is a wider measurement than M1. अब यहाँ पे बच्चे गलती करते हैं. बच्चे क्या इक्वेशन बनाते हैं, मेरी बात को ध्यान से समझना. मैं बता रहा हूँ what the students generally do mistakes. यहाँ पे आपने M2 के लिए क्या इक्वेशन बनाया? M2 के लिए आपने इक्वेशन, एक मिनट, M2 के लिए आपने इक्वेशन बनाया है M1 और सेविंग डिपॉजिट्स विद पोस्ट ऑफिस सेविंग्स. M3 के लिए भी क्या करते हैं बच्चे? यहाँ पे M1 की जगह क्या लिखते हैं? M2. ये आपको मिस्टेक नहीं करना. M3 इज द M1 प्लस टाइम डिपॉजिट्स विद द बैंक. व्हाट आई सेड बेटा? M1 M3 is equals to M1 के सारे कंपोनेंट, that is currency held with the public, demand deposit plus other deposits of RBI, along with it time deposits with the bank. Is it clear? So now let us understand what exactly time deposits mean. So beta, basically this time deposits means what? The deposits which is kept by the depositor in the commercial bank with for a particular period of time. For example, fixed deposits. Now, if I talk about the fixed deposits, then the people deposits their money in the bank either in savings account or in the fixed deposit account. In savings account, you can easily withdraw whenever you want. But in fixed deposit, it is deposited for a particular period of time, say for 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 years, whatever period it may be. तो आप उस स्पेसिफिक पीरियड के लिए अपना अमाउंट जमा कराते हो और एक स्पेसिफाइड पीरियड के बाद ही आप उसको क्या कर सकते हो, विड्रॉ कर सकते हो। अगर उसके पहले आप विड्रॉ करते हो तो कुछ चार्जेस कटते हैं, ठीक है। इसलिए जो ये है इसको हम लोग कहते हैं टाइम डिपॉजिट्स, टर्म डिपॉजिट्स और फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट which is there with the bank for a specified period of time. So in M3, two things will be included. First, currency held by the public, currency held by the public, plus your other deposits of RBI. Okay, so first is what beta? First is currency held with the public. Second is other deposits of RBI. Now, if I talk about, एक बार चार्ट देख लेते हैं। So if I talk about M3, then ये तीनों कंपोनेंट आएंगे, करेंसी प्लस डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स प्लस अदर डिपॉजिट्स ऑफ आरबीआई along with it टाइम डिपॉजिट्स विद द बैंक। तो अगर मैं इन दोनों को समराइज करूं तो इसमें क्या क्या आ जाएगा? इसमें ये डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स तो आएगा। डिमांड डिपॉजिट मतलब जो आपने डिपॉजिट किया जिसे जब चाहे आप विड्रॉ कर सकते हो, सेविंग्स कह सकते हो उसको। और दूसरा होता है टाइम डिपॉजिट्स, इसका मतलब ये कि जो फिक्स डिपॉजिट आपने किया एक स्पेसिफाइड पीरियड ऑफ टाइम के लिए किया वो भी M3 में आ जाएगा। Is it clear? Now if I talk about M4, so M4 means M3। अब यहाँ पे ध्यान रखना M4 मतलब क्या? M3 प्लस टोटल डिपॉजिट्स ऑफ द पोस्ट ऑफिस सेविंग्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। अब इसको यहीं पे समझा देता हूँ। इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? ये M2 की अगर मैं बात करूँ, आप मेरी बात को ध्यान से सुनिए, वन सेकेंड। If I talk about this M4, okay, in M4 we have M3. M3 means M1 plus time deposits with the bank. M1 means currency plus demand deposits plus other deposits of RBI. It means what beta? M4 includes currency plus demand deposits plus other deposits plus time deposits with the bank, plus total deposits of the post office savings organization. Now if you compare M4 and M2, you will find a difference. In M2 we are including saving deposits with post office saving bank, but in M4 we include total deposit of post office saving bank organization. Is it clear? So M4 includes total deposits of post office saving organization, मतलब उसमें savings भी आएगा, time भी आएगा, सारे deposit जो post office savings organization है आपने किए, except national saving certificate. Now if I talk about national saving certificate, then let's see what exactly national saving certificate means. And take so national saving certificates, which is popularly known as NSC, is an Indian government savings bond where the people on which the people invest the money. They purchases the national saving certificate from post office. Okay, for example, what government for example, if a company needs money, what they issue shares. Similarly, when the government needs money, they issue bonds. So national savings certificate is a kind of Indian government savings bond which is primarily used for small savings and income tax saving investment in India. Now why it is known as income tax saving investment? एनएससी जब आप खरीदते हो या एनएससी में जब आप इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हो तो टैक्सेशन में कुछ डिडक्शंस मिलते हैं, and that is why it is known as what beta? National saving certificate, as and that is income tax saving investment. So what you can do, you can go to the post office, you can purchase the NSC and give the money to the post office for NSC. Now NSC का फायदा क्या है? तो NSC कैन बी यूज्ड एज अ कोलेटरल, ठीक है। NSC के बेसिस पे आप क्या ले सकते हो? लोन ले सकते हो किसी भी बैंक से, बिकॉज इट्स अ गवर्नमेंट बॉन्ड। सो गवर्नमेंट बॉन्ड के ऊपर इजिली आपको लोन मिल जाता है। So beta, basically this is all about our components of money supply in which we have studied M1, M2, M3 and M4. Now एक बार समराइज कर लेते हैं so that आपको पूरा पिक्चर बहुत अच्छे से क्लियर हो जाए। Okay. So if I talk about M1, it is करेंसी प्लस डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स प्लस अदर डिपॉजिट्स ऑफ आरबीआई। तीन चीजें आएंगी, बहुत ध्यान से सुन लो, बहुत ध्यान से समझ लो। इससे रिलेटेड हम लोग एक न्यूमेरिकल करेंगे जिससे आपकी सारी आपका जो सारा कंसेप्ट है वो और अच्छे से क्लियर हो जाए। M1 करेंसी प्लस डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स प्लस अदर डिपॉजिट्स। M2 M1 के सारे कंपोनेंट्स प्लस सेविंग डिपॉजिट्स विद द पोस्ट ऑफिस सेविंग्स बैंक। M3 M1 plus time deposits with the bank. Time deposits means fixed deposit. And M4 is equals to M3 plus total deposits of the post office saving organization except NSC, that is National Saving. Is it clear, beta? Okay. तो चलिए आ जाते हैं हमारा न्यूमेरिकल की तरफ। ये मैंने एक न्यूमेरिकल आप लोगों के लिए होमवर्क के तौर पे लाया है। अगर आप लोगों को कंसेप्ट क्लियर है तो ये बहुत इजीली बन जाएगा। आइटम्स डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। फर्स्ट इज करेंसी हेल्ड विद द पब्लिक 50,000 रुपीज। सेकंड टाइम डिपॉजिट्स विद द बैंक्स 5 लाख रुपीज। अदर डिपॉजिट्स विद आरबीआई 4,000। डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स विद बैंक 30,000। टोटल डिपॉजिट्स विद द पोस्ट ऑफिस 20,000 एंड पोस्ट ऑफिस सेविंग बैंक डिपॉजिट्स 5,000 रुपीज। I will not solve it. I will not tell you the answer. I want you to solve this particular M1, M2, M3, M4 with the help of the chart which I have given and write it in the comment. आप I want कि आप सभी मुझे आंसर बताएं कमेंट में कि आपका आंसर क्या आया है। चारों का बताइएगा M1, M2, M3 और M4। Is it clear, guys? I hope you all have understood this particular topic very well. Okay, so if you have really liked my lecture, then I request all of you to join my Plus batch course where I will be discussing each and every concept in detail. I have already covered two chapters of macroeconomics. One is national income, and second is money chapter. Okay, so we have completed money. From now at sharp 5:30 p.m. I will be starting with commercial banks. But please to get the 10% additional discount, I request you to use my referral code Mayank CS10. ओके ना, एक चीज मैं आप लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा। बहुत सारे बच्चे पूछते सर कितने महीने का सब्सक्रिप्शन है। नाउ आई फ्रेंकली स्पीकिंग आपका कोर्स है 8 महीने का। अब कोर्स है 8 महीने का, तो आप 8 महीने से अगर कम का सब्सक्रिप्शन लेते हो तो आपको लॉस होगा। कैसे लॉस होगा? तो देखो, अगर आप 1 महीने का सब्सक्रिप्शन लेते हो तो आपको 2500 रुपीज पर मंथ पड़ रहा है। 3 महीने का लेते हो तो 2083 रुपए पड़ रहा है, 2083। 6 महीने का लेते हो तो 1667 का पड़ रहा है। बट अगर 12 मंथ्स का लेते हो सो यू विल गेट द सब्सक्रिप्शन इन जस्ट 1042 रुपीज पर मंथ। अब अगर प्रेफरेबली 10 अगर 6 मंथ्स और 12 मंथ्स में देखा जाए तो सिर्फ 2500 रुपए का फर्क है दोनों में। इट्स जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ रुपीज 2500। but for rupees 2500 you are getting additional 6 months, and after the completion of the course will be discussing, we will be revising many concepts, many questions we will be discussing. So I just want बेटा कि ये आप सब्सक्रिप्शन जो है वो 12 महीने का लो, so that आपको बहुत नॉमिनल रेट में एक अच्छा खासा डील मिल जाए। एंड बीइंग एन इकोनॉमिक स्टूडेंट, this must be in your blood, that how to economize the resources, how to use the resources in an optimum manner. Guys, please use my referral code Mayank CS10. प्लीज कमेंट में जरूर बताइएगा आपको ये लेक्चर कैसा लगा, और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिएगा। थैंक यू सो मच गाइस, बाय बाय।